Capricorn, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It's a message for Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising sign, but it's an energy reading. So if there's no Capricorn in your chart, you're not a Capricorn birthday, why is this message coming to me? Because it's yours. Because there's something here that you need to hear at exactly the time you connect with it. And this is where the message begins. Okay, so this is really heavy, but also intensely powerful energy of Crow. Co-create with spirit. There could be dark times that you're going through, but ultimately it's like lift your voice to God. This is the time to pray. This is the time to genuflect in prayer and be humble. Wherever you feel most safe is sacred. Wherever you feel there's a sacred place, whether it's in your house or it's at a church or it's outside, it doesn't matter. It's wherever you feel is sacred. Get into a sacred space and lift your voice and just communicate with the Creator, because this is beautiful and powerful energy for you right now, and it is going to get you through this rough patch, whatever is coming. Now, I know that Pluto is just about to exit Aquarius, and holy crap, is it going to whiplash as it does? So especially if you're born toward the end of Capricorn season, Capricorn Aquarius cusp, but this is intense change, an intense shift right before it releases you, and you're enabled to sort of let go of that heavy. So there is an energy of being able to come out of this, being able to see a light at the end of the tunnel, but really needing your faith right now, because it's like just that last push of the darkest part, the darkest before the dawn. So, but it's also very magical and powerful energy. So we're going to get into what that means and where the opportunities are here, Capricorn. Remember, as I divide the deck, there are going to be cards that fall out. It's because they're part of the message. If you're looking for a personal reading, I provide those. There's only a couple of slots open this week, but get them. Run and get them because they fill up quickly. You go to my website. It's the only place you can book with me, www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com. Pretty simple. You can find the link on this channel head. You can find it on Google. You can find it all over the place. It's actually in the description box below as well. Book and schedule ASAP, and you'll have your message within 24 hours of whenever you booked. That's guaranteed, because I know you guys need your messages. If you're just finding the channel, thank you. Please subscribe. And once you do, please ring that notification bell and select all notifications so you know when I go live, so you can get or participate in free public tarot card readings. It's the only place I do free public tarot card readings, because YouTube is very special to me. So get it where it's hot, my friends. There's going to be a sound, the sound bowl. Some people don't like this sound, so turn down the volume just a second. Okay. Let's see if there's any more cards that want to fall as our baseline reading. Okay. Okay. You know, in some ways, I think you saw that this was coming. You knew that maybe things were going to get worse before they got better with whatever the situation was. And you had the foresight to understand that this had to do with the big picture. This wasn't about the small details. And so in some ways, it's almost like Spirit wants you to see what's there. Be very clear and be realistic with the situation, because things aren't going to be there. You're right. There was a rough patch. You're going to be hitting rough patches. And it's like you knew this. So see, the big picture is Taurus energy. It's about wanting to create something that will last, not about the future as in psychic future, but as in something that is sustainable, or going the distance and seeing outside of just you, right? Seeing more, and knowing that clearly there was a complex. This is like thinking wide, and then this is thinking deep. And ultimately, I think you understood that the depths were actually also kind of undefined and a little bit, it's like you knew that this was going to be more difficult than, that you weren't dealing with something that was obvious. We have watch and wait. This is in reverse, and life is speeding. These are all contradictory. You feel that? That this is all Capricorn contradiction. So either it's a reflection of the fact that you've been arguing with yourself, or you're in a time where there is a lot of not ambiguity, but contradiction. And so it's really difficult to understand how to behave here. In a way, that's why you're going to drop to your knees and pray, and you're going to listen, and you're going to receive, because you're not going to see your way through this. It's too complex. Only Spirit is going to get you through this. Life is speeding up means things don't make sense in reverse, and watch and wait. And there's a sense of, you're sick of watching and waiting. You're sick of not having the answers or being able to make a decision because things are so complicated and confused. You're kind of stuck, especially where you don't want to be. This is Piscean energy. Somebody has either lost their patience, they're not listening anymore. This feels like being kind of ripped or torn apart, this situation. And so there's just that sense of maybe sadness or fear. Look at this. We have love is all around, Gemini energy coming. So somebody singing your praises. And then we have lay a solid foundation. And this is communication, because it's Gemini and Virgo energy. There is this aspect of something, 4 plus 1, 41 adds up to 5. And then you have 6, 5, 6. 5 plus 6 is also 11. This is sense of there's progress. This is wants to give you some hope, is what it does. Because it's almost like there's progress here. It's like you're trying to support something or be supportive, or you're encouraged to be supportive in order to ensure that there's something that could be built on here, or that it's constructive. You want to speak with integrity and sincerity. And right now it feels like you're in a muck and cannot. So let's see how this changes and what you're actually up against, Capricorn. This seems like a complicated situation. I'm going to see the resolution. I'm going to be curious about where we end the week, how this week resolves. I'm not getting anything face up to give you any clues. Okay. Okay. Then let's get into God. Then how do things turn around? First of all, what is so scary or sad here? And then how are things turning around or becoming different? We have how are things turning around. This is first day, you're beginning in an unstable place. The sense of robbing Peter to pay Paul, having to juggle a difficult situation, maybe finances that aren't stable, or recognizing that financially there is instability here. That's never a good place for Capricorn. It's almost like recognizing that there's a risk here. But the Wheel of Fortune is saying it's a risk that's worth taking. Okay. Maybe even a value system is changing, a sense of evolving or evolution. I just still hear that something is worth investing in, or feeling like it is, even if it's rocky right now. What about okay, this has to do with family and what matters to you most. This has to do with your true happiness and feeling supported. This has to do with things that you want to protect. This is like, I want to walk away from the shit that doesn't serve me. I'm tired of paying attention to or holding on to what I don't want. This is like giving up. I don't want to put any more time into it. And a sense of, I just want to be around the people who really care about me. And this is saying that it's an underlying decision that you know you've had to make. And you didn't want to make it for a while, but now you're ready to make it. You're not going to sit around, or you're kind of done with this. It's like, I'm done. Somebody here has the energy of, because this is all emotions, it's all cups, being done. Being done with expecting things to get better, or hoping for things to get better, or hoping for things to move forward. There's just this energy of not wanting to put any more work into it. Okay, so at least that's, so once again, contradictory. This is worth taking a risk on, but then there's emotionally, I'm drained and I don't feel this way anymore. So what do you want Capricorn to do? We're here to make it clear to them. Justice here. This is find the equilibrium. That's not giving us the answer. That's still ambiguous. Maybe a decision is made in your favor. No. What do you want them to do? King of Cups is here. This is almost somebody that has to stabilize and balance out and start to do their part. And ultimately, there's a sense of maybe if you decide to walk away, or somebody's threatening to walk away, to show how much it's necessary to recalibrate or restabilize. Somebody's putting their all into this. King of Cups is scorpionic energy for me. Feeling good about yourself, being sure. It's like you want an equal and reciprocated partnership. Or there is, you're dealing with a King of Cups here that is dealing with some sort of justice. And it's like, I got to make this fucking move now. This is what it's saying. I got to make this fucking move now. And if I have to do it by myself, I will. Because ultimately, I see this falling apart or falling to shit if I don't. That's what it's saying. So next step. This is to give yourself a little bit of a reprieve. Maybe on the third day, a little bit of a vacation. Take space. This is when on the third day, you go to pray. This is where you find that quiet space where no one will interrupt you and you just talk to God. I don't care if it's traditional religious prayer or if it's just talking to God, but you need to take some space on this day for at least an hour to allow yourself to be quiet and really let everything sink in, to get to a place of reflection and to like honor. To honor what's happened, to honor the pain, to understand why it happened, and to really accept. This is like the day of radical acceptance as well as prayer. Okay, what about day 4? Then what happens? Okay, Capricorn, we have the devil here. This is fear of the future or understanding what's blocking the future. This is confrontation of the restrictions or determining which direction you want. It's like after you take that space, you're going to be very clear on which direction. You're going to be very clear on which direction you want your future to go in, and you're going to be very capable of saying it. You're gonna have a real clear outlook. And yeah, you're going to have a real clear outlook, because this to me is representing you. It's not representing the devil energy, the fear energy. If it is your fear, it's almost like, I don't know. Let me just clarify. What if this is their fear? Fears for the future? It's almost like you're starting to see where you'll be stuck. where you'll be held back, where you'll be restricted, where you'll always be fighting or arguing or controlled. No, Ace of Pentacles is where the divine opportunities are, a golden opportunity. So ultimately, it's like for you, finding what's worth it and finally making peace with where you want to go or what you want to commit yourself to or put your energy toward. Facing your fear of the future, facing which direction is almost like now you have a clear prospect of it's almost like now you have a clear understanding of what the future holds, and that it can be good and it can be solid so that you don't have to be afraid. Okay, what about day 3? Or you're realizing that you're going to have to invest in something. That you're going to have to commit to investing in something. So we have 2 of Wands, being ready to set out on that path you have been considering. Maybe you haven't been ready before, but being able to do it, wanting to do it. What comes next? Day 6, and day 7 is completely hidden. Open-mindedness, a new idea, a new inspiration, maybe an email or a DM that comes to you and starts to clarify your mind or help you think straight. It's almost like your mind is finally cleared and you feel free as soon as you decide to go in this different direction. Okay. And it's almost like you don't have to take action on it right now, but you have to kind of touch it and touch the idea and get real with the fact that this could be a direction that you want to go in, especially if it lightens the load and makes your brain de-stress. So we're going to get into day 7, but first, in celebration of this new moon in Scorpio that's coming up, let's see what the moon card is saying. You are good enough and luck is on your side. So whatever you're afraid of, and whatever you've been holding back for, especially if you don't feel strong or secure, let me say this to you. You've got this. You are strong enough for it. You are consistent enough for it. And luck is on your side, so you have a clear aim at what you're aiming at. You're sure or certain of where the direction, the smart direction to aim is, which is why luck is on your side. Guys, let's go to the extended so we can continue this conversation. The link is down below. I've also pinned it to the top of the comment section, and I can't wait to see you guys there. Until then.